I do like cryptids. I always have done. Even when I was really young, I used to always enjoy cryptids. I've read books. I to this day I love watching documentaries, and we get the locals living somewhere in the outback, and they're talking about this mysterious animal they've seen wandering around in the forests and the woods or in the hills, and it's always an interesting story, some sort of great legend that something happened. Someone had an encounter with the creature. No matter what it is, whether it's something, whether it's a yeti or I don't know, a multi-headed dog, a giant underwater sea serpent. There's some cultures they even believe in dragons. They actually believe there are dragons out there. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. And yes, I've always enjoyed it. I think the difference between cryptids and ghosts, the difference is that I think there's enough evidence out there to prove that the ghosts are real. That there are such things as ghosts. We just don't know what they are. I really honestly think that the ghosts are real. We just don't know what they are. I mean, I used to live in a flat that was haunted, and you could just feel it. It was a horrible feeling there. And I used to do recordings in there, and I would always pick up EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, all by accident, by complete accident. I wasn't ghost hunting or anything, and it's just proof that there is something out there. Whether it's some kind of energy, we just don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. But cryptids, with the cryptids, it's still this mysterious thing. We just don't know, There's it's fascinating to me because there's absolutely, for most cryptids, there is absolutely no proof whatsoever. Yet people still go on and on and on about it. It's like the Yeti, like the Sasquatch, of the Americas. People always talk about this thing that, I saw the Yeti. I was going for a walk and I saw the Yeti. Everyone, so many stories about this thing, and yet there's been actually no real proof. But people believe in it. I find that fascinating. I find that very interesting. And you just kind of want to believe that it's real. You want to believe that there's this mysterious being out there in the woods. It makes the world more exciting, but and it's possible there could be a weird creature out there that we haven't discovered. I mean, the world is a pretty bizarre, pretty mad place in general, and science is always finding mysterious things out in the ocean or in the forests. That's what adds a layer of mystery, and I think that's what makes the cryptids so fun. There could be something out there, something undiscovered, something remarkable, and then we've got the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, let's get into this. My thoughts, my opinions of the Loch Ness Monster. I think of all the cryptids out there, this one is without doubt, for me personally, and I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't mean to offend people that like the Loch Ness Monster. It is an enjoyable legend. But for me personally, I think the Loch Ness Monster is the absolute most ridiculous cryptid of them all. I just think it's absolutely burgeoning on outrageous. Completely outrageous. And yet there are people that believe that this thing exists. That there is a plesiosaur out there living by itself in a loch in Scotland. That somehow a prehistoric animal bypassed the extinction event 100 million years ago that wiped out God knows how many animals, that wiped out, every other creature that in the habitat that it existed in. Everything destroyed. Most life destroyed. All of these large, marine reptiles, the reptiles on the land as well, all of them destroyed, but yet somehow, by some remarkable gesture of mercy on the behalf of nature, the decision was made to allow this creature to exist in Scotland. And it's just out there swimming around this large body of water. And it pops up every now and then, and, the odd tourist or the odd traveller sees it. Good Lord, look at that. There it is. It pops its head out of the water. Good old Nessie. Good boy, Nessie. Thanks for that, Nessie. It's just completely mad. The whole thing is mad. We know that some guy ages ago fabricated the whole thing. It's a hoax. It's been proven to be a hoax, and yet people still hold on to this fabric of hope that there's this mysterious, aquatic, prehistoric being from dinosaur times existing in the freezing cold waters of the loch, and it's just been chilling out there all these years, for all of this time, by itself. It doesn't have a family. For this thing to exist, there would have to be more than just one. But everybody knows that. And there is this chap, this man out there in Scotland. I'm not going to say his name. But he has been hunting for the Loch Ness Monster now for approximately 20 years! 20 years! He's been hunting for the Loch Ness Monster. Now look, I know that life is hard, and I know it's tough, and I know it's boring, and I totally understand that a lot of us human beings are looking for a meaning. They're trying to find meaning in life, something to do, something to pass the time. But for goodness sake, you've got to find something better to do with your life than to go hunting for a prehistoric animal that we all know does not exist in the loch. 20 years of your life going up and down this body of water, looking for a prehistoric reptile that we know died out eons ago. Oh my gosh, I know. I suppose if you got paid for it, it'd be a pretty cool job, wouldn't it? Turn up to the office. Did you find Loch Ness Monster? Did you find old Nessie today? Oh, no, not today. Just go out on your boat and chill out and read a newspaper or whatever. Seriously, 20 years hunting the Loch Ness Monster. This thing, it's just, even when I was a child, a kid, I never believed in the Loch Ness Monster. I just knew it wasn't real. It's just too far-fetched. If it was in the Congo, in Africa, in the jungle, in the swamps, or what, I could believe it. I could say, yes, it's possible that there could be something there, in this vast land that's unexplored. But not in Scotland, come on. Well, never mind. Such is life. One day I'm going to go and visit the loch, I'll probably be the first man to be eaten alive by the Loch Ness Monster. It'll find out that I made this video, and it'll track me down and say, right, I'll sort you out now, you bastard. I'll show you I'm real. What do you know, eh?